Some films don't just tell a story, they make us feel seen. The Perks of Being a Wallflower is one of those rare movies that captures the struggles of growing up, the weight of past trauma, and the importance of friendship. Beyond its heartfelt moments, it delivers a powerful message about healing and self-acceptance. In this video, we'll explore its themes, characters, and emotional depth to understand why this film continues to resonate with so many. The Perks of Being a Wallflower Psychoanalysis. The film The Perks of Being a Wallflower takes us on an emotional journey exploring youth, pain, guilt, love, and healing. Through the main character, Charlie, we are presented with a complex narrative about emotional repression, abuse, and the process of self-discovery. The story not only deals with personal growth, but also with the struggles of facing the past and the shadows it casts on the present. Abuse and repression. From the beginning of the film, Charlie is a young man who feels disconnected from the world, trapped between his repressed memories and his need to find a place where he belongs. The death of his Aunt Helen is a tragic event that defines much of the plot. Although his family seems to be a support system, it's clear that guilt and repressed memories deeply affect Charlie. Throughout the film, we see how his memories of his aunt, which initially seem to be just part of his pain, are connected to the deeper trauma he's been avoiding, the sexual abuse he suffered at the hands of his aunt. This abuse is something his mind has blocked out, creating a barrier between his consciousness and his suffering. The script cleverly handles repression as a defense mechanism, showing how Charlie doesn't remember the cause of the trauma until, in a significant moment, Sam, his romantic interest, awakens those repressed memories. This moment triggers an emotional cascade and reveals the vulnerability of the protagonist. Love and friendship. Another key theme in the film is the exploration of love, not only in the romantic context but also within friendships. Charlie is attracted to Greg, but the story focuses more on his relationship with Sam and Patrick, who support him during critical moments. The film shows how authentic connections can heal, or at least help, people confront what lies within them. Although Charlie doesn't want a romantic relationship with Mary Elizabeth, she becomes a catalyst for his internal conflict, as he can't reciprocate her feelings, which further exacerbates his sense of guilt and fear of hurting others. Sam, on the other hand, is a support figure. Throughout the film, Charlie sees her as someone he can't emotionally connect with due to his trauma, but his relationship with her represents a step towards self-acceptance. The kiss between Charlie and Sam is a pivotal moment, symbolizing love not only as a physical act but as a form of acceptance and vulnerability. However, when Sam touches his leg, Charlie freezes, which becomes a reminder of his repressed trauma. This reflects how past abuse still profoundly impacts his ability to form a genuine emotional connection. The protagonist's transformation. Charlie is a young man who, at the beginning of the film, is completely isolated, disconnected from his friends, and trapped in a cycle of self-criticism. As the story progresses, the dynamic of his relationship with his friends develops. Although at first Charlie feels guilty for his decisions and for distancing himself from his friends, throughout the plot, we see that their support is vital for his healing process. Patrick's advice to distance himself from the group when things get complicated is a turning point because, although it seems like an act of isolation, it's actually a sign that Charlie is beginning to understand the importance of taking care of his emotional health, even if it initially feels painful. The scene where Charlie finally faces his repressed memories marks a significant change. The character of Dr. Bolton is crucial for Charlie's redemption, as she guides him through the process of understanding that while he can't change his past, he can decide his future. This lesson is essential not only for Charlie but also for the viewers, as it reminds us that emotional scars don't have to define us. Hope and liberation. The film's ending, where Charlie, surrounded by his friends Patrick and Sam, writes his final letter to his dear friend, encapsulates the essence of the movie. The letter is an act of gratitude, a way of thanking someone who has been there to listen to him without judgment. This act of listening is portrayed as one of the most powerful forms of healing, a reminder that sometimes all we need is to be heard, without the pressure of having to be perfect or have all the answers. As they cross the tunnel at the end of the film, Charlie experiences a moment of emotional clarity. While he knows this moment will only be a memory, he lives it with intensity and gratitude. It's in this moment that Charlie realizes his life isn't solely defined by suffering and darkness. Instead of focusing on his past, he chooses to embrace the present and the possibility of a hopeful future. This final reflection is a powerful affirmation that, while we don't choose where we come from, we do have the power to decide where we're going. The film invites us to move forward, one day at a time. The Perks of Being a Wallflower is a cinematic work that addresses the emotional complexity of adolescence, focusing on universal themes like abuse, guilt, friendship, love, and the process of healing. Through a deep script and complex characters, the film offers an honest representation of suffering and recovery, underscoring the importance of human connections and the power of vulnerability. Finally, it reminds us that the journey to healing is not linear, but with the right support and self-acceptance, it's possible to find the light at the end of the tunnel.